Did you want to learn the most important tool for keeping track of your accounting? I think this is one of the most important things to keeping your business organized. And I always say as an entrepreneur, we need to know our numbers, know what's coming in and know what's coming out. If you joined me live last week, which was I had technical difficulties, but I did it. I talked about it's like a pilot flying with no numbers, no direction, no gas gauge. The same with your business. You want to have the pulse on your business at all times. So I know that you need to have some organized accounting software to do this. And watch the end of this video because I'm going to be giving away my #1 resource to help you better organize your accounting and your receipts. And you have to have this, I say, for your personal life and your business. I'm so glad that you landed on this channel. For the best organizing advice, especially around better systematizing your business, hit the bell below to be notified when I post a new video every Tuesday. Now, are you a finance genius? Maybe not. Either am I. I don't even do math in public. But I do know that as a business owner, we need to know our numbers. If you watched my live stream from last week, which went a bit crazy with technical difficulties, but I really said it's like a pilot flying without a gauge or knowing what direction they're in. With your business, you need to know your numbers, every dollar and cent that's coming in and out. Let's get started. I'm Jane Stoller. I'm a life biz organizer, and I found my passion in decluttering spaces and organizing business processes. I've written 2 lifestyle organizing books, and for the past 10 years, I've been helping large and small businesses get their back end of their business organized and decluttered. And now I want to help you organize your business like a boss. I want to dive in, but before I do, my #1 tip is actually before you even start with the apps and connecting your software and even opening up your Excel, I want you to set down an hour a week at least and have this call an accounting date with yourself, a finance and numbers. I've done this for the last 3 years in my business, and it's changed the way that it's a habit. It's changed the way I run my business. And all my clients, I say you need to have a weekly accounting date with yourself. A lot of us check our metrics daily, which is great, and that includes your revenue and your profit and loss. But we also need to have this weekly accounting date to go over our receipts, make sure everything's coded correctly. Even if you have a bookkeeper, I encourage you to keep this weekly date with yourself. I do mine on Fridays at 11 a.m. If I cannot do this because whatever reason, then I move it around that day or the weekend or whatever it might be, but I do not skip a week, because if you do, your bills will pile up or you'll get disorganized, and then during tax season, you're going to have to spend hours going through things. The best time to do it is the week prior, so you remember everything, you have a clear mind, and you can do this. I do my personal at the same time, so I know where I'm at. Now that we've got that sorted, leave a comment below on what time you're going to schedule your monthly or weekly accounting date with. In my courses, I always get everyone to actually tell me when this is, and I do follow up and make sure they're actually doing it at that time. And if I get excuses, I make sure they do it, they rebook it, and then I follow up with them. So I can't do that with everybody watching, but comment below on what time you're going to schedule your weekly accounting date with yourself. #2 is pick an accounting software and stick to it. They're all very similar. You don't have to spend too much time researching them. The big 2 are Sage and Quickbooks. They're very similar. They both offer free trials, so you can get to know them. I'm very well versed with both of them. Quickbooks even more. It's the one I use. If you have a large company, there's the Enterprise Quickbooks, which is massive and can take care of all your accounting needs. There's also free versions like Wave. I like Quickbooks because it has all the functionalities as you grow, including payroll. Really sending out invoices is really simple, plus it has a great dashboard. So I'm actually going to take you into the back end of signing up for a new Quickbooks account and showing you how easy it is that I can do it in under 2 minutes. Now, I just Googled Quickbooks, and I'm in Canada, but you can do quickbooks.com, and it'll come up and it'll bring you to the country that you're in. Have an account, sign in. I always sign in Quickbooks online, but I'm going to just give you just a quick, you can start with a 30-day free trial, but let's just try for free one of these and see where it brings. So continue with free trial. I'm going to have to put a different email in. So let's put a different email that I'm using. Go in and set up a separate account, and I've just named it CVCX. I don't know why, I just pressed some buttons. But you can add your logo in here. This is basically after you've put in all your name, business information, stuff like that, you're brought into this is a dashboard. And this is really where you can log in and immediately you'll see everything. You'll see your expenses. You can do last fiscal year, this month, this quarter. Profit and loss, you'll see, again, you can choose those. You can actually make this your own separate dashboard. Invoices that are paid, that are late, you can connect your banking, you can have expenses. So this is what I really call is the backbone of online QuickBooks. And for me, this is so important because you can, at a glance, tell where you're at. I also spend a lot of time with my expenses because all your suppliers are in here. I add my suppliers manually as I go along. Every time I get a receipt from somebody, I have to add the supplier in so it connects to my Neat or my receipt app, digitizing app. Yes, it might be a pain to do. It takes me about maybe 5 minutes every week to add in new suppliers that I'm going to, but a lot of them are repeats. If you're going to the same coffee shops for meetings, or you have the same repeats, you only have to add them once. So you have to add in suppliers unless you have an import or some kind of Excel spreadsheet. I do all my invoicing through this. A really great way to do invoices. You can do it in multiple currencies. You can create an invoice. You can put your logo on it. It looks super professional. They can pay with credit cards, things like that. There is so many options, and it's really simple to use. I had my bookkeeper, a bookkeeper train me on how to use it, but you can also watch lots of YouTube videos, and I'm going to be doing some more in-depth training if there's a demand for it. So if you want more of like a 30-minute in-depth training of QuickBooks, I'm super happy to do that, to show you a bit more about my dashboard as well. Because I do some government contracts, I can't show you all of my dashboard because some stuff is confidential. Otherwise, I'm really transparent about how much I'm bringing in and my profit and loss statements. Now that I've showed you the back end of my QuickBook, third tip is probably still to have some kind of, I use an Excel document just to keep track of recurring payments, what's going on, like just basic things like that. You don't have to because QuickBooks does a great job of keeping track of all your expenses, but I like to know what my budget is on a monthly basis. That I use a simple Excel spreadsheet plan, and I actually update my expenses and whatnot all the time, and especially when you're an online entrepreneur, you have a lot of operational expenses in terms of software. So I keep track of what softwares I'm using every single month on a simple Excel spreadsheet. My team has access to this, and I also have a separate one with the passwords and whatnot. I don't use a sophisticated tool for this because I find Excel really simple for this. But as you can see, just my software expenses alone are up to $500 a month, US dollars on software. So I think it's important to track what I'm using and make sure I don't have multiples. And yeah, I still use Excel for this. So all these expenses are in QuickBooks and I can get them from there, but I just like to keep track on Excel as well. Some way to keep track of your recurring expenses and some way to keep track of your budget is very important. Excel, there's lots of advanced budgeting tools you can use as well, and I'll get into those in later videos. Now, as a thank you for watching, I really want to give you my #1 tool for digitizing your receipts. This is so important as a business owner because we take a lot of risk every day in our business, and the one thing we can do is be organized with our tax write-offs. If we don't have the receipt, we can't write them off. If we're audited, it could be hours, or you could even have fines, whatnot. So it's really important to keep track of those receipts. I don't like paper receipts. I think everything should be digital, and I think they should automatically connect to your software or accounting software to save you time, and for your accountant at the end of the year to be able to go in and just easily close off your account. Click the link below to download my free guide to digitizing your receipts. I give you my 3 top apps for doing this and a how-to instructions. If anything you do from this video, please do this. It is super simple. I also suggest it for your home and your business life. Again, I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And again, I'm so curious to hear in the comments below what kind of software you're using for your accounting at the moment. So again, I use QuickBooks. I hope you enjoyed my tour. And I look forward to seeing you next week, where I'm going to continue talking all about organizing your business to reduce overwhelm. Thanks, and have a super day.